Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Time Critics podcast. I'm one third of the Small Time Critics. My name is Moe.
Mohammed Hashi.
Guys, for this one, it's a different one. We are doing, this was Hashi's idea actually. We are doing a review for Gravity. The director's name, please?
Alfonso Cuarón.
Cuarón. I like the accent that you've got. That was good, man.
Gracias.
We're doing it because it's the 10-year anniversary of Gravity. This was shown in limited cinemas recently. But yeah, we just wanted to talk about that, just, you know, see how we feel about it now and if it still holds up, I guess. So
it's kind of a classic review, basically.
Yeah, in a way. So we're going to just have that discussion. But before we get into that, guys, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all of that YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying? Help us out. We're trying to be consistent. You can see we're releasing content every week. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times a week as well.
Consistency.
So just, you know, just help us out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We'll appreciate that.
Exactly.
But Hashi, Gravity, how do you feel about it 10 years on now?
Loved it 10 years ago, love it now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Great film. Honestly, fantastic film. So wonderfully made.
It's beautifully shot.
It's beautifully shot. And you have to understand that this is a 90-minute movie because it must have been so expensive.
It's so short, isn't
it?
It's not really long, is it?
For the CGI. But again, the story works, even though it is that short. And it's just a really, really great, first of all, kind of like action/thriller.
Yeah.
And it's got such a great story. Such great exposition used at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Great setups, great payoffs. I thought Sandra Bullock in this was as Ryan.
She acted her arse off.
Stone was fantastic. Yeah. She was incredible. I thought our guy George Clooney as Kaminsky, fantastic. Honestly, I really liked it. And obviously Ed Harris as Mission Control. Don't know if you noticed that.
I read about
yeah.
But yeah.
And I just thought, again, I remember when I first watched it, I think, are they going to cut it off at any point to try and put some more stakes onto this?
Yeah.
And as you go through the movie, you realize there's no need for them to do that because the stakes are so high in space.
Sure.
And obviously, guys, my background is obviously engineering, but I have a very limited knowledge of physics.
Yeah.
But to have that ticking time, not time bomb, but like ticking time, like danger in regards to the kind of like the debris going around every 90 minutes.
That was scary, man.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Very, very scary. And like to have that ticking clock really, really added, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A sense of urgency to the movie. And I thought the ingenuity of the film in regards to like the way space was portrayed was fantastic. I thought the way like the actual science of it, like seeing obviously that guy at the start, I forgot the character's name, absolutely enjoying himself in space, having fun, and obviously his suit imploding.
And we saw half his face was gone.
Half his face was gone, which is absolutely crazy. And I loved
Sharif,
and I just loved. By the way, it was so funny.
That was played by Faldut Sharma.
Really?
Yeah. You know, ask questions. Oh snap! Okay,
wow,
cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I think you had such great characterizations as well.
Yeah.
Like you had this happy-go-lucky, very fun George Clooney character Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Always finding the light side of stuff, playing his music, stuff like that.
Calm, cool, collected.
Yes, always making jokes.
Yeah.
Even though it was a dire situation, stuff like that.
Yeah, but even in danger, he's just very like I would want him on my side in
100%.
moments like that.
And he had a great joke towards the start when he goes, "Oh, look at Sharif, absolutely enjoying himself."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You'd never think that he went to Harvard. You know, stuff like that, which is hilarious. And obviously, that great shot of him saying, "But you can't beat the view." You know what I mean? And you see like how the marvelous space
looks amazing,
and what Earth looks like from there. It just looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you did, but I watched it in 4DX. Did you watch it 4DX?
No, I wish I did, but no, I didn't see it.
I watched it 4DX.
I've watched this at home because I didn't get to watch it when it came out in 2013. And unfortunately, I didn't get to go watch it when they brought it out just recently. But yeah, again,
I
wish I did watch it in a cinema because this is definitely a cinema type movie.
Oh my days!
Yeah,
it was so good because like the 4DX, I think it was a brand new one in Greenwich.
Were you all over the place?
It was like because obviously it wasn't all over the place going crazy. Yeah. It was more that you were kind of floating in space. The seat was going back slowly, going back. You know,
there must have been a lot of air as well.
Oh yeah, so much air and stuff like that. But it all added to the experience of the movie. Like for me, it will give it like for me like I think I told this to you off camera. It adds another point to the score for me.
Right.
that's how much it added to my experience. I
Sure.
felt like I was in space when the shot was going. I felt like
Sure.
I was there.
Yeah.
It felt it was incredible. It was incredible, and like for me, the story was so engrossing in regards to like obviously you get the main conflict of the debris, and then everything going into absolute, and I mean like chaos, and then obviously you lose Ryan Stone for a bit, Sandra Bullock's character.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Hash. Yeah, if that was me, at one point I would have just been like, when I lost communication, helmet off. I'm done. What am I gonna do now? I'm not an astronaut. I'm just a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? I'm finished. Let me just take this helmet off.
That was so scary, and she's on the dark side of the earth,
bro.
It was so scary. And she's spinning and spinning.
Listen.
And then all of a sudden, because you think, oh my goodness, she's gonna be gone. How is she gonna survive?
Yeah.
And then you get the kind of like, not the false kind of reversal, but like you go, oh, George then Kaminsky then finds her.
Yeah.
And then saving, you think, oh, they're gonna be fine.
And it's just mad, like how this was written, because like he's just telling her like, tell me where you are. I'm like, how? I'm above Earth, bro. Like, what am I supposed to say?
I'm in space.
But they found a way to like. She found a way to answer that question.
Drop me a pin on WhatsApp. I'm like,
I'm like, yeah, drop me a look. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, how is she meant to explain this, and like, how are they meant to get through this? But I just want to get into George Clooney a little bit.
Yes.
I love George Clooney,
Yes.
right? But I do feel like he died a bit too early in this movie for me personally, and his death for me personally was a little bit anticlimactic. I didn't feel it as much as I feel like I should have.
Okay.
I don't know what that like. Maybe that's a me problem. I don't know.
That's definitely a you problem. For me,
there we go.
I'm sorry. But for me, like,
I just didn't feel it. I don't know why. I feel like because it was just so early in the movie.
Yeah.
It happened in like the first 40 minutes, I think, and I just felt like there was points where I thought to myself, no, we're gonna see him again, which we did, but it was a hallucination.
Yes.
But because I kept on having that thought, it didn't allow me to feel what I was supposed to feel in that scene. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I thought the worst part of the movie was that scene when she hallucinates and she sees him again, because that didn't have to be in it, because because it already had an impact.
I liked it, man.
Because I think for the stakes to raise, more bad things have to happen, and losing the most competent person in space is perfect, because she has no experience.
No.
At the start, we literally set up the fact that she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Even like in terms of
well, she does. She's just not as she's just not as experienced.
But in terms of like landing the shuttle that gets her back to Earth, she crashed it every time
in the simulator. Yeah.
You know, and stuff
but
like that.
I like that scene where she hallucinated him, because it's kind of like he's the only person that's been with her step by step throughout all of this, trying to help her through all of this, trying to say, we're gonna survive, you're gonna get home, and all of that stuff. And she hallucinated him, but really, it's her thoughts. So she got herself out of this, really. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I just like that it was just a moment of her to kind of just like, what's his name in this?
Kaminsky.
It was just like it's kind of like it's almost kind of like a thank you for being there for me kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Like I didn't mind it as much personally. As it was happening, obviously when he first knocked on the thing, I was just like, wait, what? He's alive. But then when he sat down and then they started talking,
I remember the first time.
Oh, okay, I see what's happening.
I remember I watched it with my cousin.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like
you were like, oh, this movie's ruined.
No, I watched it with my cousin, and I remember when I watched it with my cousin, it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah.
I was like, he's alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For a second, I really did think he was alive.
I thought he was alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, obviously, when you realize he's not, you're like, oh. For me, that's the feeling I had. I was thinking when I first initially watched something, he's alive.
But listen, like you have those moments where you're panicking and you can't think straight, and obviously she's cold in that thing. You can see the air coming out of her, and then like she needs the books to kind of figure out what's going on, how to operate these things and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like for me, I thought that scene worked well. What scene didn't work well for me is when she was in the first rescue ship and things are blowing up and she's almost like a superhero now, flying through this thing with the extinguisher and all of that stuff. And I was just like, okay. Lucky you survived that one. Do you know what I mean? But hey, it worked, I guess. But I liked her, her ingenuity in using the fire extinguisher later on to kind of fly through the air and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty smart. Because I was thinking to myself, why is she taking it?
Yeah.
But
it made sense.
It made sense because George Clooney had the one where it was operated like that. But yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I thought the ending was a bit abrupt for me. Because like you said, you wanted, well, a part of you wanted there to be scenes in Earth, which you didn't feel like they needed.
I respected it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also parts of me did want like her to kind of like maybe reunite with Mission Control and them to, I don't know. I guess maybe I needed them to cheer for her or something. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I didn't need that. I think this was a contained thriller.
Sure.
And I thought that Kaminsky dying really added to the stakes because, again,
it definitely added to the
stakes. It's more interesting. It's more interesting to see one person who's struggling, who has no experience, survive
100%.
than two people, one 100%. Knowing everything.
100%.
So that's the reason why that works for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it was intentional that she was like, I found it interesting. I don't know. She's an American woman who changed into the Russian spacesuit who was coming down in a Chinese thing. I found that very interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or...
I think that's a bit more context into now compared to 10 years ago probably.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting point you bring up.
Because at one point I saw the Russian flag on her arm and then I was like, oh wait, but she's in a Chinese carrier and stuff like that. So I was like, I found that interesting. I don't know. But Sandra Bullock acted her ass off, especially when she was trying to communicate to Houston and then I think the Chinese person was on the line and they were kind of like doing the lullaby and then the dogs barking and stuff, and she was just like woof, woof, woof. She's speaking
to wrong.
So what was that?
So basically on the radio she was trying to speak to Mission Control, but she got a different line to someone. Just like apparently a lot of people do this. They have these radios, these two-way radios where you can talk, either be on police frequencies.
So that was just a random person.
It's a random person somewhere.
Damn, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And she was
again great scene when she's like woof, woof. She's literally dying.
She given up at that point.
Yeah, she's given up. Yeah,
she's like, I'm just gonna
turn
go
off
sleep.
the lights.
Yeah.
Turn off the O2. I'm just gonna just die.
I'm gonna go sleep now. Yeah, but no, very good movie.
Yeah, I think one thing that I had I pushed back on even 10 years ago and now.
Yeah.
She crash lands. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
She crash lands at the end.
Almost drowned too.
Almost drowns. Yeah. She then like goes to the bottom of that I don't know, lake or river, whatever.
Yeah.
And she can't swim because obviously the weight of the suit is too heavy.
Too heavy.
She gets out of the suit. She then swims up.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't know if you know about being in space for a certain amount of time. Your bone density goes down and you lose muscle mass.
Yes.
So she shouldn't have been able to even walk.
Yeah, you know that's why the shot of her legs and then
stuff like that. But again, like she shouldn't have been able to swim up like that because she was swimming back with like pace and stuff like that. But then my cousin at the time tried to justify it by saying that it's kind of like being in water is kind of similar to being in zero gravity.
Sure.
Kind of thing. So that's probably how she got up there. Yeah. But then when she was on land, she was struggling, which is exactly what's meant to be happening. Yeah,
sure, yeah.
But yeah, to end on her like being on the ground, being connected to Earth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was interesting. And to be away from the quote unquote gravity, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was pretty cool.
I just want to shout out to whoever what do they call it, the sound designer?
Oh yeah.
Whoever that was.
The score was incredible.
But just the sounds of everything happening is like when it goes quiet.
Stuff popping.
And then when it goes quiet or when just any other sound, like just everything was just perfect, I think. You know?
Yeah.
But Sandra Bullock did her thing with this. George Clooney's character was great.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up something though. Well, first of all, how does it hold up for you?
It holds up so well.
Yeah.
It holds up so well.
Still great. 10 years later.
Still a great film 10 years later.
I think this will still hold up years later.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, easily.
It really did move the form because, again, this film was meant to be 2 hours, two and a bit hours long, but because of how much the budget was for the CGI and all that kind of stuff, they had to do it to make a 90-minute movie.
So about that, I think it's interesting that Gravity came out in 2013.
Yes.
Interstellar came out in 2014. And then The Martian came out in 2015.
Yes.
All space-related movies and coming out so close.
It's what was hot at the time.
Yeah, coming out so close in time and stuff like that. How do you rank them? With much time has passed now, so I think you can rank them. So what would you say is your favorite and I guess third favorite, I suppose? Okay.
For me, I love a lot of people have issues with Interstellar. For me, I just love it as a film. I think it's an incredible film.
Same. I love Interstellar.
Yeah, so Interstellar in this ranking would be number 1.
Yes.
Number 2 would be Gravity, and number 3 would be Martian. Even though I love Martian, but for the sake of this question, Martian's got to be third. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm a bit different to you. I put Martian second.
Okay.
I remember when Martian came out, and I think it suffered because it suffered from like being compared to Interstellar a lot.
Yes.
From some people, but I thought The Martian was very well done. Like high stakes. I thought it was very
Ridley Scott,
well.
by the way.
Huh? Ridley Scott, yeah. I thought it was acted very well. Like even just a character as small as freaking Childish Gambino was in that movie, and just the way he acted his role, I thought was great. But just I thought Martian was great, so I would put Martian second. And I think it obviously benefits from being a longer movie too, so there's more you can do with it too as well. But yeah, for me, Interstellar, Martian, Gravity. But Gravity was great, honestly. So I would recommend it to anyone that likes intergalactic space movies, whatever you want to call it. But how would you rank it 10 years later, SDC score?
Yeah, it's actually funny because I actually think I ranked it a bit lower 10 years ago compared to watching it now. I think I told my cousin... That happens
a lot with movies though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I told my cousin when I came out, 7.5 in cinema when I watched it 10 years ago. But now 8, straight 8.
Yeah.
Solid movie, so entertaining. Even though I know everything's going to happen, still had so much fun with it, man.
Do you feel like the 4DX enhanced that score for you?
Yeah. Because I think initially, I was thinking it's around about like a 7 or 7.5, but that 4DX, I'm just floating in space. It was incredible, man. Incredible, man.
I would go with a 7, solid 7. I think great movie. I would watch it again for sure. Obviously, I have my gripes, which I spoke about, but I think this was a good movie, man.
100%.
Great movie. What's the director's name again?
Alfonso Cuarón.
I need to remember that.
He says cinema so funny. He goes, cinema.
That's
how he says cinema. I love. He's great, man. He did a recent film. It's on Netflix called Roma.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it if you haven't watched it before.
All right, guys. Let us know what you guys think. 10 years gone now since Gravity's been released. Let us know if it holds up for you. You still like it? If you like it less, if you like it more now, let us know. I'd love to see your thoughts. But please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And we will be doing more classic reviews, and there'll be more brackets and everything coming. It's not just going to be, you know, current movie and TV reviews. So a lot more content coming on the way. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace.